Warning. Elements of real-world religion are used in this podcast to serve the purposes of a work of fiction. They are to drive the drama forward and are not intended to be taken as a statement of opinion by the players. Thank you for listening.
I'm at that moment where Josh, the player, loves what you're doing, but you've left Levi in a very bad position, such that while in the church, he is simply racked with doubt and praying to the Lord to show him what's true. Oh Lord, show me what is the correct path, that I might save the souls of my companions who are so easily led astray in their fallen state.
Can you give me a perception check?
I do not know what more I can do. Oh, 21!
Ooh, starting off strong.
You are perceptive.
Oh,
I hope that helps.
oh. So it's kind of a simple prayer, but otherwise he just spends it in quiet contemplation and not understanding what's happening here, and wondering if he's simply been wrong this whole time.
With your incredible perception check, walking through the streets, whether this is before or after your scene, you can tell me. You have to walk by that big brick enclosed structure.
The secure place, yeah.
And you see there's like some little scrub bushes and stuff like that out in front, little like bunches of grass, like tufts of grass. Sort of dense and thick, like about this high. And you actually see, periodically, little snakes moving through it. There's little desert snakes.
Neat.
And you see one that is deceased. And you only notice it because it's hanging half out of one of these little scrubs of brush. And it has sort of a Y shape to its body. And it actually is a two-headed snake.
That is interesting.
And the two heads are sort of lolling out from behind one of these little patches of scrub. And, you stop to sort of double take because you see two dead snakes next to each other, and then you realize they're the same snake.
Fucking Demogorgon at it again. Okay, that's
Semi-Gorgon.
that's interesting. I will take that. I'll take that carcass for 500, Alex.
Yeah, that's what you happen to see as you make your way through town. Did you have anything else prepared that you wanted to dive into?
That's pretty it. I mean, Levi's in just a rough spot right now. He is not sure what to think about how he can't have a feeling on the situation right now. There's just kind of, I don't know, probably more of an emptiness than he's felt before.
Does Gideon have anything he wants to add in this scene?
He is hiding under a building, probably crying his eyes out because he's 10 and he realized that like everything went to shit and he's partly responsible for everything going to shit. So I think he's under a building crying.
Okay. Temperance and Jedediah, you are in neighboring jail cells.
Language.
Hey, neighbor!
Languishing in those cells. One of them is, ironically, one of the cells that Eamon Greyfeather was in before he was cut loose by your... not yours, somebody else's gun. I forget whose gun. Was it yours?
Yeah,
It was yours, yeah.
She did all the rescuing.
Yeah. And rather than stay to hug it out with you guys after saving his life, Eamon Greyfeather just hit the trail to be as far away from this place as possible. And you actually find yourself now locked in his cell.
Great. Cool. Hate this.
The two of you are tended only by, it looks like an overtired deputy who is clearly razzing his slumber just to watch your cells overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Can you reach each other? Use your Wonder Twin powers.
Oh yeah, Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a two-headed snake.
Form of an asshole.
No, I already got that down.
Get the shape of it. But yeah, the two of you are neighboring each other. The deputy's obviously rubbing his eyes and trying to keep himself awake in that 3 a.m. this sucks kind of way. And the two of you have free reign to discuss anything that you may choose to do so.
Let's talk about our feelings.
I feel glad I killed a bunch of people.
We can talk about boys.
I'm glad I killed a bunch of boys. Jed's probably just reclined on the plank bed, hat over his eyes, waiting to die.
Temperance is having none of this. She's like banging on the bars of the cell and annoying the deputy and yelling and cursing and
I thought you were going to say yelling in cursive.
It's just speaking French.
Sir, fuck thee.
Privy thee, get fucked.
Yes.
Your obedient servant, Temperance Allendale, of the Georgia Allendales.
Above all, Levi's just praying that you both get saved. That even if it's not physically in this life, that your souls are saved at least.
Gee, thanks. Yeah, but Temperance is basically cursing up a storm. You know, Abner Wells, you dirty, rotten, son of a
Muskrat.
2-bit whore, and I should know.
Being a 3-bit whore.
I would never reduce yourself to 2.
I'm a 3-bit whore of the Georgia 3-bit whores.
I can imagine this cinematically as flashing between the three different scenes with those two in the cells.
Oh, yeah.
With Gideon having his moments and Levi going through his little crisis of faith.
Is the deputy wearing his pistol?
He actually has it out on the sheriff's desk.
Okay. What about the keys? Where are they?
They're pinned to his belt.
Neat. All right, then while I'm letting Temperance have her rant,
Have her way with the deputy.
have her way with the deputy. I'm sort of like I'm pretending to be nonchalantly reclined on the bed, but I'm watching the deputy. I'm waiting for him to go to Temperance's cell to shut her up, and then I'm going to see if I can make my move and reach the keys or something.
Okay.
A desperate escape attempt.
But you're in a cell.
Yeah, it's desperate indeed.
But I can
Yes.
reach my arm through the cell and snatch something.
Wait,
They
I
do
have
it all
a
the time in
plan.
movies.
I have a plan, and
Yeah,
that is
we just
definitely
need some more money.
that is definitely not what got me here in the first place.
No, killing all the people in the street during a party is what got you here in the first place.
It was a hell of a party.
You livened it up, to your credit.
Yeah.
They sort of did the opposite, actually.
I deaded it up.
Dead it. That's fair. Yeah, fuck it, I'll visit them.
The deputy looks sort of begrudgingly defeated when you show up to talk to them. He doesn't want to have this argument with you. And so when you show up at the door, he swings the door open and gets out of the way.
What argument?
He basically wants to just get through this night and not deal with any additional drama.
I sympathize with him. If he just has that look to him.
He just looks defeated. So when you show up, he just sort of shrugs his shoulders. His head droops a little bit, and he gets out of the way and holds the door open for you.
Not here to cause trouble, deputy.
He gives you a nod, sort of perfunctory.
I'm as shocked about this as you are. You guys probably hear down the hallway the dulcet tones of Levi.
You hear Temperance
Still
making a
cursing.
fuss in herself.
Glad to hear she's still healthy.
And you can see each other as soon as you make it all the way through the door. This is just a big wooden room with a sort of hallway created out of jail cells on one side. And the jail cells are just bars, so you can see all the way through to all the four corners of the room.
So I'm going to go ahead and say there's a reason I got this tipsy early on, because this is probably the drunkest you've ever seen Levi.
Conversely, this might be the soberest you've ever seen, Jen.
Yeah.
The soberest you've seen me, too.
So I'll just, if there's a bench by the bars, I'll sit on them. Out of the
Yeah, they have a bench way at the end of the hallway, so it'll be closer to Jed than to Temperance, but yes.
How are your accommodations?
Temperance stops yelling. She sort of just drops down to the floor. Well, what do you think?
I forgive you for that remark, and for the wrongs you've done to me. I forgive you for betraying my trust, and for taking those men's lives, putting me in that position. I hope that God does the same for you. That all being said, despite everything, how may I help? What is it you would have me do to see you put back on a better path?
Well, I'd like to not die.
Is that it, Temperance?
What on earth do you mean?
Why were you arrested in the first place?
'Cause I tried to get this idiot out of trouble.
He's a sinner like anybody. He's not an idiot. He was just consumed by anger.
Mr. Williams, have you met this man? He is an idiot. This is what happens when you try to be a good person.
That's the devil talking through you, Temperance. I will not treat you with that kind of disrespect, Jed. You have a spirit of anger within you. It is to be exercised like anything else. Just as you have a spirit of greed within you, Temperance.
I've had a lot of things in me, Mr. Williams.
That was a good one. much to your credit.
Zing.
I'm trying to work with you both here. I'm at a loss. I have prayed to God and, as usual, have no concrete answer. I only pray that when the time comes, I will know what to do. But I felt it best to see you face to face and understand why and what is happening here. Gideon is... I cannot find him. I don't know where the boy went off to after his tirade.
You mean after he started that street fight?
He didn't start it, Jed.
He stood on the balcony and proclaimed the evil of all those below him. What do you think was going to happen to the boy?
Maybe they would have taken him, smacked him around a bit. I
Shot him, caught him, maybe threw him in a jail cell?
I simply cannot hold a child responsible for killing in the way that you describe. It bothers me, in fact, that you blame him for the men you killed.
I don't blame him for the men I killed. I take responsibility for the men I killed, but they
But
would
you
have killed
say-
him.
But you say he started it. You didn't have to pull your gun, did you?
I suppose I could have watched him get shot down the street.
I suppose you could have gone with the plan, Jed, but as I say, this is the present. I want to know what to do now. I have stood by you through dark times. This may be the darkest. And I cannot understand why you have disrespected me so. But even now, I seek your salvation and what's right and best for you. I hesitate to even wonder if this quest for revenge is even best for you, Jed. Maybe you should let go and focus on bigger problems. But I decided to indulge you, as just I decided to indulge you, Temperance, on defying the natural order and bringing back Gideon. But I am still getting the hang of this whole hero thing. That's fine. If neither of you have anything for me, I will leave you to the night and find extra lodgings.
Well,
I did what I could to scrub evidence from the boarding house. You two, however, are dead to rights.
Well, there ain't gonna be much salvation happening if we die. At least none that you're gonna see.
It's up to the Lord, not me. I think communication is important. If we get out of this, if you aim to state a daring escape on a condemned man who doesn't deserve it, just let me know. I'll adjust. I sense a great distrust of you two for me. Gideon, his disgust for me is palpable. But have I done nothing but help you and stick my neck out, risk my life for yours, and this is the thanks I get?
Listen, we can't make it up to you if we're dead. We can't be better people if we're dead.
And it was never my intention to hurt your feelings.
I don't have feelings, Jed. You should know that by now.
Well, for somebody with
They've
no
been-
feelings, you sure are crying about them an awful lot.
Do you see any tears?
Hear them more like.
No. I am trying to see if you two are capable of withstanding something even greater. A chance for great riches, of course, but to see if you have what it takes to face down an evil that you have not even fathomed. With this
How do
lack
we
of
do that?
with this lack of trust and communication, I fear that you may not be worthy of the task.
guess we'll die and be of no help to you at all.
Your passive aggression does you no favors, Temperance.
I'm just saying what's true.
You contribute nothing to the situation with that attitude.
Well, pardon me for being a little snippy when I'm 24 hours away from being 6 feet under. If that.
And shall I pardon you for all the times you were that way every other time when you were not hanging? Please, Temperance. I understand this is the devil speaking through you, but have a little control over it. Now, I will do what I can.
What do you have in mind?
Otherwise, stow your misconceptions.
Now, look, you're taking a lot of things awful personal here. Maybe I let you down, and if I did, I apologize. No, you said your piece. Let me say mine. What do you have in mind? Because I can't see your designs. They are a mystery to me.
Are you to be executed in the morning, do you know?
Well, they don't give us that sort of information.
From what you've seen, sunset is the tradition, the local tradition.
Given the pattern, sunset appears to be the traditional time to execute people here. You have time then. I will rest up, gather my strength, and pray for miracles that may prove pertinent. I will only hope that my goodwill that I am garnishing with these men will serve your purposes. Be they good or not. It's better that you live, rather than not execute you.
Well, Mr. Williams, if the Lord's going to listen to anyone's prayers, it's going to be yours.
Have yours too. Don't sell yourself short, Temperance. I know there's a good woman beneath that cold, unfeeling exterior of yours.
I think the Lord stopped listening to me a long time ago, Mr.
That it-
Williams.
Satan told you to say that right now. These doubts you have are nothing but the devil's work. I hold out hope. Thank you for talking to me in my time of doubt.
Levi, if it means anything to you, even if we don't see eye to eye, I was only doing what I thought I had to do. It felt right when I did it.
If that was your intention, Jed, you could have just told me. And perhaps I would have backed you if you made a good case. But there was none of that. Let's keep this in mind for future endeavors, for I will work to make that future possible. If I can find Gideon and he's willing to help, all the better. But for now, I will assume that I'm alone. Rest well if you can. And he takes his leave.
Okay. At this point now, it's probably been about an hour. I don't know how long it takes Gideon to get tired from crying a lot.
He's got those muscles.
5 levels of exhaustion.
Yes.
She's a 10-year-old angst queen. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no,
Real.
he hit 13 last session in a big
Oh, yeah.
way. Yeah.
Oh, in a big way?
In
Or
a
like...
big, no, in a big way. He hasn't been just crying. Let's say he's awful dehydrated.
Is the town quieting down, or is it still like people all over? Or
I mean,
what's
it
going
sounds
on? Are they
like,
cleaning up the brains off the side of the street, or what are they doing?
Yeah, so there's some Confederate guys who've been out there for a while, who've been like moving bodies and like cleaning things up. They haven't been doing a great job of it, but whatever they can do with what they've got. The populace basically like dispersed. They all went home. They locked themselves up in their homes, and like lights are on even into the early hours of the morning, which indicates to you that people are having a tough time sleeping after seeing what they saw.
Do I overhear anything cool? Any interesting side chats while they're doing all the cleaning?
You hear, actually, from where your hidden perch is, you can hear a couple of Confederate types who are discussing something that's supposed to be undertaken in the afternoon, some type of a raid. And you hear somebody, basically they're having an argument about how to move something very heavy.
Okay. Do I know where the prison is?
Yeah.
I'm just taking notes. Can I Do I have a path, like, under buildings or behind buildings to get towards it?
Not that's
I
like
don't want to
completely
go
covered.
into it, but I just want to get near it, I guess.
Not without no risk whatsoever, but it would be a nominal difficulty in terms of game mechanics.
Much like
Nominal,
jumping off the
dude.
wagon.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll risk getting arrested to get closer to the...
Ugh.
That's going to be a 13.
Yeah, that's plenty.
To get arrested.
No, it's a spring season, so
But he was my bodyguard.
even though it doesn't rain a lot out here, like, rain barrels are still full because of the thunderstorm you walked through to get here and all that sort of stuff. And, sounds like maybe another storm's going to roll in soon. You're starting to get that sort of sinus pressure and see the rolling clouds overhead. And it basically obscures the moonlight enough that you're able to slip in between buildings where there's a wide enough gap that you can't just go from sort of sub-basement to basement. But you make your way up to where the sheriff's office is, which is where the jail cells are kept. The sheriff's office does not have that sort of under wooden stilt kind of thing that like all these front porches do. It's a brick structure.
Okay.
It has one door in and out, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'm kind of stumped on what to do, so I'm just going to find a little place to kind of continue to sort of hang low.
It's got a couple of windows. They're barred windows. They're like this high and maybe like 6 feet off the ground. So if you're standing in the structure, you can probably look out, but it's hard to stand outside and look in. At least at your height.
Yeah, I'm a little stumped, so I'm just going to go find a place to hide better.
Actually, that opens up the door for him to eavesdrop on a conversation between Jed and Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
After
Yeah.
Levi leaves.
Yeah.
Are you still banging on the bars?
I've sort of given up.
Fragging.
I'm tired.
Ass.
You-
Fragging. Mother tossing. He seemed mad.
Well, no shit, Mr. Blackburn.
You know, we're about to die tomorrow. You can call me Jed.
Nah.
Nah.
Classic.
Wouldn't be right.
Be bad. For a man with no feelings, he is awful sensitive.
For a man with one feeling, you're not too mad about the position that we're in. I mean, I kind of thought that mad was the only feeling that you had.
Yeah, I do resign pretty well, too. I'm bouncing between the two.
Well, resign's no use to us.
You've been doing mad pretty well all day. It hasn't gone too far either.
Yeah, well, have you seen me?
Several times.
I am this tall and this wide. My man.
Could you fit through the bars? I honestly thought that those men were going to kill Gideon for his little outburst. I wouldn't have opened fire first if I thought he was going to get out of there alive.
Wouldn't have been surprising if they did.
Yeah, he's died enough, though, don't you think?
Yeah, one's usually enough for most people.
Not for our boy Gideon. He won't leave well enough alone.
Well,
I am sorry for getting you in here.
yeah, well,
At least my part of it. Your mouth did the rest.
after all that soapboxing I did for Eamon, not like I could just let you go.
Yeah. People like Gaiman, I guess they need people like you to speak on their behalf. Their voice ain't worth as much as, well, you know what I mean. I don't think there's anybody out there going to speak on our behalf, though. Levi seems pretty upset.
Levi prayed for us for all the good it'll do. My experience, that's not very much.
Fuck all.
Was the guard asleep on his way out?
No, the deputy's like rubbing his eyes. He's very overtired, but he's still awake.
Any brilliant ideas of how we're going to get out of this?
Start clawing at the brick.
Rick seems pretty hard. Mm-hmm.
No.
You know what ain't hard is that deputy.
All right.
Perhaps you see where I'm going with this?
I do. How good are you with your hands? I'm quite good myself.
You guys. Seriously.
Well, seems like the only two ways we're getting out of here is with my hands or with my neck. I'll pick my hand.
All right. Give me a minute.
Got all the time in the world. We're gonna do something really stupid.
We're gonna do something gross. Gideon's gonna overhear all of it.
I share Ben's perplexed expression.
How gross can it get?
Let's find out, folks.
Tune in next time.
Oh, God.
I think I had this video on VHS.
Oh, God.
I'll grab a bed in the... I can't think of where else to do it, so I'll grab a bed at the infirmary.
Okay.
If they will. And try to get a long rest.
You won't get a long one.
Where can I get a long one, Ben?
Out back.
Ah.
Wow. Ooga. So a long rest represents the ability to rest without issues. And my concern right now
You got issues, son.
Alright.
Given the events of the last day, this is less about like finding a bed to sleep in and more about actually having some peace in your life for 8 hours.
Okay, I understand. I will take a short rest then
You can definitely have that.
to get my channel divinity back.
What?
And I'll go in and check on the deputy after I rest. How's
You
it
want
going?
to check on the what? I'm sorry?
The deputy.
Oh, yeah.
He's guarding the cell since there's nobody else there, right?
He's pacing. It looks like he's staying on his feet to avoid falling asleep.
But what's his name?
He hasn't given you a name, actually.
Filbert.
Well, I will address him. How are you holding up?
I'm tired.
Do you want to take a cat nap? I can watch them for a bit. Whoever I
Nope.
I'll use channel divinity persuasion.
It's going to be a humongously high DC.
It's fine. It's all I got right now.
Okay.
All right, so that'll be 21.
Give him a will save. 21's pretty high. That's also pretty high.
You have perspiration.
I never succeed on it. He always gets will saves.
Sorry, dude. If it's any consolation, it's down to a 15 on the die now.
You use your perspiration.
So,
All right.
It's nice. It's a nice thought. Now, thank you, but I need to keep at it until the sheriff's awake.
Up to you.
Mr. Fairchild, was it?
That's right.
Mr. Fairchild, what happened down there?
It all happened quickly. The boy upstairs started yammering on about something, and suddenly guns were drawn. And people started dying and getting shot. I tried to get the Sergeant Swan out of there in time. I did. I thought I had him someplace safe, but the murderers found him, cut his throat. And it's hard for me to sleep right now. Knowing such evil has come to this place so quickly. Thank God Abner Wilkes showed up when he did. If only it had been minutes sooner.
Here.
I don't know. I am but a holy man trying to do his best. But... no, I suppose... holier figures than me have gone through worse. Well, thank you for helping me get some of my thoughts out, Deputy.
I see some hands being raised.
kind of overhearing what Levi's attempting to do, can I support him by maybe giving the deputy the idea that we're asleep and that there's not much to see right now? Maybe he should get some sleep too and fake snore.
For him, it's more about making sure he's actually here when the sheriff shows up.
I don't think I can help with that.
Probably not. Yeah, you don't suspect that it's because he thinks he might escape. It's just because he doesn't want to catch hell from his boss.
Okay.
And so that was Levi. Levi's going to head out from there. And go back to the infirmary.
nothing. That's attempt number 1.
All right. I heard a rumor that there was something stupid afoot.
No, I'm in jail.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about trying something stupid too. I was curious to see what it was.
Yeah, but you were doing a thing, so we're going to go with your
They
thing.
were hoping that you would
Last time we didn't go with your thing, it went really bad.
Draw a ritual circle, try to summon Doc.
We summon the demon Doc Brown. Dr. Emmett Brown? He's going to come by in his flying DeLorean?
No, it's Flying Train. It's the Wild West episode.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Blythe. Blythe.
So, in terms of stupid thing, are we putting Temperance's skills to use here?
You are going to go for the ding dong, and I'm going for the keys. That's the
Okay.
plan. And then maybe like the knockout blow against the bars.
Ding dongs, nigga, ding dong.
This is our stupid plan. Feel free, any one of you, to jump in and stop us from doing this dumb shit.
I mean, I guess
No one knows you're doing it.
I guess I'm technically
He does.
left, right?
Wow.
So,
You overheard that whole thing, right?
about
Well, I guess to my chagrin.
it depends on what Gideon's doing.
If
So
anything.
is outdoors and everything like all really quiet now?
It's pretty quiet, yeah. There's still some Confederates moving around, cleaning stuff up.
I'll help them. Not getting any good sleep.
Yeah. There's a couple other people out here that are in the same boat. They basically can't sleep, so they're trying to do what they can.
So you said there's these little windows.
Yep.
Can I see in any of them?
You'd have to find a way to get up to them. They're 6 feet off the ground.
I'll drag a rainbow. No, I'm kidding.
Very
Get a horse.
sneaky.
Summon ladder.
You're just gonna get a riding man, like the hag had.
Just get a 4.5-foot pile of bugs going, and you climb up on top of it.
It's a cantrip, right? Just
It'd be like World War Z.
Bugs.
Whoa.
It's like the building will make its saving throw.
Absolutely.
Your landlord's going to help you move out at this point. They're chanting bugs up there. I think they're Satanists.
Please take your security deposit.
We're
and
just
go.
So what is around that I can try to move or clamber onto?
Give me a generic 220 roll. We'll call it a luck check for the sake of the argument.
You have a
Yeah, we got him pointing.
Although I
That'll
don't
be
think
a
you're
He's trying to
hiding
be
it.
disguised.
Just what every boy wants.
I rolled a flat 10. So
Flat 10,
50,
so
50.
exactly average.
Yeah, the die roll didn't help you at all, did it?
Not really.
Things are normal.
Gideon's 10. 10-year-olds are what, usually about 4 feet?
I don't know. I haven't measured a 10-year-old in a while.
They're probably about 4 feet high. You probably jump an extra maybe 18 inches on top of that. So, yes, there is something nearby. The coffin shop.
Coffins are us.
Well, how
That was a bit
appropriate.
useful.
How appropriate.
The coffin maker is not currently making coffins because hammering at 3 o'clock in the morning is against the rules. But there is a yard full of coffins.
It's the
and
only rule in the Wild West.
You could potentially drag a pine box over and stand on it for the additional height you'd need to jump up to the window.
So for sheer creepiness,
Get into one of them.
My man.
I cast bugs in the coffin and close the coffin. and walk away.
It's like the coffin's flipped up on top of your head. You were carrying it like a canoe.
well,
The guy shows up, he just duck.
I just look over at Tempered Cell. I'm like, well, my ride's here.
Solid stakes coming to get us out.
Thank you.
Jedediah. It's time to go.
what I was thinking
You're
of,
late.
what I was thinking of is this is the Old West, so has to be child-sized coffins.
Yes.
Like the ultimate creepiness.
Yep. It's gonna follow every character you ever roll.
It's
forever.
all for you, Gideon.
Can I? So if I take a good look around, what are the odds that somebody will spot me carrying a child coffin to the window and trying to use that to? Do I have to walk across a well-lit street or?
No, nothing right now is well lit, so you're gonna have. I'm gonna say it's advantage on your check, and it's a fairly low DC because the only people who are awake are kind of busy with other things right now.
Cleaning brains.
What is Levi's
Clean
passive
brains.
perception, by the way?
Not great. 11.
Okay. They're probably about the same ballpark. DC 11 with advantage.
Okay. And that's myself?
Yep.
Well, that'll help. Ooh, that's a 6 or a 6, so that's a 10.
You need one more 6.
And I fail. Do I have anything that'll help me? I think I'm going to be in jail.
You have friends with inspiration.
Yeah.
Two of them.
Inspiration.
That's the last one. There you go.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
23
was
is
worth it.
slightly better than a 10.
Yeah, that's substantially better. Yeah, you get this child-sized pine box up to one of the windows. Plop it down on the dirt.
Can I now see them?
So what you have to do is actually stand on top of it and get a little jump to get your hands up so you can pull your
Don't
face
fall off and die and get eaten by ants.
up. You actually have to leave your
Now
feet
we're
in
gonna
order
leave
to
that
get
down.
to
Nope.
the bars.
Sort of like braced with the.
Yeah, the pine box gets him high enough his jump can get him to the window.
The junk can get me to the
You gotta pull vault with it.
Are you happy you came back? Yeah, I guess I'll surreptitiously try to jump to the window.
Okay. Yeah, no roll necessary. It's sort of a trivial thing at this point. You jump up, and you can get your face up to the bars. You can get it for like 8 to 10 second segments before your arms get tired and you start falling again.
Okay. Can I watch their little plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just gonna watch.
All this
boy,
so
yeah.
he can just watch.
Yeah. He is creepy. I like to watch. I like to watch people do dumb shit and get killed.
So, this would probably look better cinematically than the way I'm going to describe it. But what
Okay.
I'm going to do is while they're whatever they're going to, maybe why don't you go ahead and take the lead with whatever your little plan is, and then I'll just jump in when I think it's proper.
So, quick question: how are I know these cells are all sort of back to back to back to back.
Right?
Are there like beds all on the one side, beds on both sides?
We'll draw for you a picture of how it works. These are your cells.
It's the sheriff's office in Strawberry.
There's a basically it's the same setup.
Oh no, wait, Strawberry had the downstairs jail cell.
Yeah, it's slightly stairs to go down, but this doesn't. So it looks like this, and the beds are on the walls.
Okay, they're on the walls.
And for the sake of the argument, this is Temperance, this is Jed, and this is little Gideon creeping in through that window.
That's his
About
rap
to be
name.
turned into
Little Gideon.
Yep.
Little Gids.
Little
Little
kids.
little G.
Kitty keg.
Giddy West.
We were a wizard, so it's Giddy Whiz.
Kitty Whiz?
That's what I used. That's what I did during my short rest.
Alright, so I'm gonna go up to the door of my cell and
Is there anything in it, by the way? My laptop is right below it.
Oh.
It's over here.
yeah, probably a good idea.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get this guy's attention.
Okay. So yeah, he's sort of like pacing back and forth behind the desk over here, sort of rubbing his eyes and like counting to 10 and then going in reverse and then like looking around, and at one point he sort of like splashes some water on his face.
Mr. Deputy. Oh, Mr. Deputy.
Oh my god.
What?
Can you come here for a moment? I need a word.
I can hear you plenty fine from here.
It's a... Well, I'd rather keep this conversation somewhat private, you know?
After yelling every obscenity that you've heard, you want to have a private conversation?
Well, yes, sir. I'm starting to be a little afraid.
He looks at you, he sort of rolls his eyes.
Can't blame a girl for being scared now, can you?
Give me a persuasion check. DC's pretty high for this.
Mm. That is 10.
So I can blame someone for being grouped up with murderers who shoot war heroes.
Now, this is just the trouble of my circumstance. You talk to Mr. Wilkes and he'll tell you I've never been the brightest girl.
You rub shoulders with criminals,
By
hobnob
accident,
with villains.
by accident, I came out here to seek my fortune, and
How many criminals commit crimes by accident?
I've just fell in with the wrong crowd, you see?
Yep, that's true for most of them.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing wrong.
That's not what I hear.
You can't trust the tabloids.
I don't know if me saying something now would help you or hurt you, so I'm kind of just waiting.
You probably are being helpful by climbing up.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that gun.
Now,
You know, maybe this will help. It's subtle. I don't know if you're going to require a roll for this, but like, I'm going to act pointedly annoyed by the fact that she won't shut up and roll over, sort of like point my back at her, like I'm trying to go back to sleep.
Okay.
now, what's a nice man like you doing working in here?
Being very tired and kind of annoyed.
Well, maybe there's something I can do to make up for the trouble I caused. I mean, not all of it, obviously, but at least, keeping you up all night.
What is it you're proposing, miss?
Come here and I'll tell you.
Fuck.
So that combat was, 3 rounds last session?
At least. I thought
I thought it was longer. I dove through at least 3 windows, so it's going to be at least that many.
That's true. She shot a guy and I think stabbed 2 more.
Yeah.
He looks at you,
Like a proper lady.
sort of thinks for a second, he says, I'm pretty sure you stabbed a few men. I don't want to be anywhere near you, thank you.
Well, Mr. Deputy, I believe you did take all of my weapons. I'm quite sure a nice, strong man like you could overpower a little thing like me.
I'm pretty sure that you are a killer, miss.
I'm a killer, but I've got other skills too.
I like to knit.
Gideon, you're watching all this go down. It doesn't look like she's making much headway.
What are you and your coffin going to do about it?
Hide inside. Until adolescence.
Aw, he's like a little larva.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to explore more around the brick building if I can, just to case it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you some details once we figure out this nonsense.
Thanks, bruh.
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 Brother.
Alright, so he's seated in a chair, nowhere near either of them.
So he's laying on his side in a bunk, facing
Right,
away
show me
from
a picture.
this encounter.
You drew a picture.
Don't look at the other side.
So they're
because my
back
DM
here.
notes are there.
They're way the hell back here,
Yep.
and he's over here.
He's pacing. He's not sitting. He's pacing.
This way.
Yeah.
Not up and down this
Yeah,
way.
he's not getting anywhere near Temperance and Jed. Temperance botched that roll pretty bad. He doesn't want anywhere near them. It's somebody
Are
else's
there
problem.
walls between the cells, or are they just bars?
Just bars. And where the little G is where your coffin prop.
Little G.
So meanwhile, it's nice out here. Yeah,
It's
weather's
nice.
good.
It's
You
nice
got-
not being in jail.
That nice, clean, like after rain smell. It's nice.
Especially with the brains.
It smells like Jedediah was here.
Yep. Gunpowder and brain matter. Yep. That's Jed's calling card.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do what I didn't want to do, which is I'm gonna have to go find fucking Levi.
There it goes.
Fuck!
You don't have any way to magically influence the...
Bugs.
Well, I just say to myself that fuck, I'm gonna have to find Levi, and I don't want to.
All right. He's not hard to find. He's been trying to help the Confederates clean up the mess.
And I ain't walking out there and saying, "Hey,
Remember me?
Doing a jig. Hey, buddy!
Gordon."
So you probably see me taking a closer look at this brick building.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point. At this point, he's casing the joint around the brick building.
Is the building anywhere near the prison, or is it like a totally different part of town?
It's a very tiny town. Everything's close to everything else.
I will. But if the snakes are still around there, I will use my talent on all of them.
Just chat with him.
No, to make sure to show them that I'm friendly.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you're making headway with them.
Well, you know the ability I'm talking about, right?
I believe I do.
That I can do at will.
Yep.
Cool. Sweet.
Yeah. Things work.
Yeah.
I don't overrule how the spell works.
Cool.
Speaks
Okay.
to snakes.
What do you think about
Snakes to sticks.
snake
Oh,
stuff?
fuck! We're all six now.
It's a certain spell of companionship.
Yes. Yes.
Temperance has tried to work one of those and it failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably kind of relieved to see these things, and might just have one over my my neck, just to have that feeling of, I don't know, companionship or something. And what kind are they, by the way?
They're like harmless desert snakes. I don't know all the snake
so
breeds.
not the venomous kind.
Not the venomous kind. This is a harmless garden variety.
Chop you like off with an axe.
So garter snakes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the building and seeing what's up.
That was kind of cool.
What's up? It's my other character.
And Gideon
Pupil tongue.
happens to be creeping along at this point, and you see
Dragging
Levi
a coffin.
wearing a snake and like creeping down, looking at snakes, encasing the joint.
Yeah, I was actually going to cast a minor illusion. It can be my voice, and I can cast it 30 feet away, and he could hear it. It's not
Okay.
quite a message spell, but it's like an illusion spell, and I can.
Yep.
Okay, it's like you're
Quickly say,
throwing your voice.
So, yeah.
Ventriloquism spell.
Behind the barn, or behind the building, or wherever the fuck I'm
Yeah,
hidden.
yeah. There's plenty of barns.
Without turning his head in your direction, Levi will just nod. Wait about a minute and a half, just looking around. Anything catch my eye, by the way, while I'm here? Besides the
this was
copious... Is there a large amount of snakes?
No, it's not like a super dense amount of them, but it's more than you would normally expect around a building.
Okay.
It's not like flooded with them or anything
Gotcha.
like that. The building itself is a brick building. It is rectangular. It has a front door and a back door. The back door has been completely solidly bricked over. It is just brick and mortar. It's obviously a different color than everything else the building's made out of, like it's been added after the fact. The front door is actually a couple of those big, like, steel sort of cabin doors from, like, train locomotives.
Huh.
Clearly firmly fixed.
That's neat.
Pretty difficult to get through. Actually, the brick's probably softer than the front door at this point.
And is there a visible lock on there?
No, actually. It looks like someone has to be on the inside and allow people in.
Okay. Interesting.
And you also see that there are some windows that are built in. They've also been bricked over, some of them in better states than others, but all of them look very, very sturdy.
Is Abner Wilkes out and about?
You don't see Abner Wilkes after the first hour or so.
What's that?
You don't see him after the first hour or so.
I figured him being in higher command, he's probably gone straight to bed. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
After taking my moment to appear not suspicious, I will go to the back of the barn.
Okay, that is where Gideon is.
All right.
He's taking notes.
How does Gideon look, Paul?
I look like shit. Obviously, I've been crying and miserable, and well, you know.
Levi will do his best to manage a sympathetic expression and say,
It's all my fault. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
I forgive you.
I thought if he admitted what he was doing, everybody would turn against him, but I didn't expect them to all be in cahoots with him.
Your heart was in the right place, Gideon.
Oh, I don't know. I'm an
You
idiot.
No, you're not. You just wanted to tell the truth. It was a noble thing. It just wasn't the time for it.
I just didn't want to see that poor man die. It wasn't his time.
You didn't. You succeeded
Yeah,
in
but now our
that.
friends are gonna die for me being stupid.
Despair is a sin, Gideon. Do not give in to it yet.
Whatever.
There's time until the next sunset.
Whatever.
There's time until the next sunset.
We need to get them out of there.
I know.
I got a plan, but Miss Temperance didn't quite do what I needed her to do.
She's in a state. So
You've paid attention. You've seen some of the things I can do, even though I try to hide them. But I know that you're smart. And you've caught on.
I accept what you are, whatever it is, Gideon.
I can put that guy to sleep,
Really?
and we can sneak it. You've seen me do it before.
I
You've
have.
Seen me, yeah.
No, you're right.
If I can,
I didn't think of it. I didn't want to exploit you in that way.
if I can if I can get inside of him without him shooting me first,
Sight.
Levi
I could.
conveniently
do it.
ignores that phrasing.
And then you can get the keys, and we can just all slink on out of here. We can find Doc and get the hell out of this town.
Everyone's still pretty distracted, and there's only the one deputy on guard, so yes. That's good. I tried to get him to sleep with my words, but I think your talents might go
It
in
usually
hand.
works for most people. I guess, I don't know, he must have a hell of a constitution, that one.
I think he's afraid of the authority over him. He's more worried about what would happen if he did fall asleep.
The sheriff.
How long do they tend to stay under?
Well, it's only about a minute, so you gotta be quick.
I think we can do it.
So I got myself a little way to look inside the window from the back.
Andy.
You give me like a 20 count or something, and I can try to put him to sleep, and then you can just walk right in there.
Do you want me to initiate a conversation with him at first? Perhaps once I start talking to him and...
Don't get close, because if you get too close, I might get you too, and that would be
I will
bad.
It would be not good.
I will casually and coolly hang against the wall and talk to him.
Okay. I can't promise you, but I will do my best.
Gideon, listen. Don't worry about what happened.
And there's still like tears and shit.
What's done is done. And I'm sure that God allowed this to happen for a reason. Just for now, in the future, if you do want to do that, just tell me. I'll back you up on it. Just tell me about it. That's all.
Let's just get them out of there, and then we can
I know.
pontificate later.
That's all I wanted to say. Let's go.
See, that rating Doc gave you was paying.
He's gonna stop on his way. Did you learn that from the medical journal?
I don't read that no more.
Because that's some good vocabulary.
I don't read that no more.
Oh. All right, Levi
I just read the
will
Necronomicon.
get in position.
The
Vertagen. The hell. All right, I will go back to the deputy's place and check up on him.
Yep.
And
He's still pacing. He's doing one of these.
Yep.
Trying to keep himself awake.
I'll climb up on my pile of baby death.
Yep.
I might even pretend to aid in the slapping. We're almost there, man. Come on. Morning's coming.
And
I was wondering if perhaps I could help keep you awake by a conversation at least.
So anything's worth a chance.
Again, my nerves are so on edge. Can't believe it happened. I just wanted to maybe talk about better things for a bit. Look, tell me, Deputy, where do you come from? Maybe tell me about your family, how you got into the sheriff's office. Really, I'll settle for any good story at this point.
2d8s.
5d8.
I want to know how this roll goes before I do this.
So
This is how I open it,
Yeah.
at least.
Does anybody else have 2d8s? Anybody got 2d8s?
Here's one.
So, because I'm not taking any chances, I'm casting this at the highest level spell slot I have available, which is 7. And that's going to be 7d8.
He's gonna be asleep
Level
forever.
You just want the whole room to sleep. Is what's
Well,
gonna
now
happen.
it's actually like mercy sleep because he's in a conversation with Levi. It's like, I'm sorry. I
I am.
have a good alignment. I can't be loud.
I put a whole table full of guys for Mercy Sleep last game.
I am a delightful
Now they're on a special
southern
farm
dandy.
with Batman's parents.
They're talking about God, repentance. Temperance only wishes she was put to mercy sleep.
Delete this.
Oh my god.
That's more than
That's
just
a lot of Mercy
28,
Sleep.
29, 37, 41 points. Is that right?
Yeah, so he has 8 hit points.
Oh man, I could have beat that man to death.
I suppose I don't even have to
Yeah,
sleight
take
of
your.
hand.
Is that one yours or is mine look very similar?
I suppose I don't even have to sleight of hand the keys out of
We have
him.
this- I think that one's yours.
the same to me.
Wow.
Wow, we must have got it from the same
That's
vendor.
weird. I don't think you needed the 27 dice for it. You managed to put this man to sleep.
No, he did the right
Well, I
way.
figured he was like a level
We did-
7.
I
He was
know,
only like
right,
level
yeah.
6 guy in the
In
first
this town, you never knew who was a fucking fighter.
That is true. He's
Yeah.
a level 37 druid. So
Alright?
That shitbag in the bar I capped was a fight.
Without missing a beat, I guess Levi will just catch him.
yeah,
And just
he's like, well, you see, it all started with my.
and unpin the keys,
Yep.
and gently lay him down
Okay.
so he doesn't hit the thud on the ground.
All right. That's
Let's lay him down. Lay him down in a jail cell. Lock him up.
Yeah.
all right. So you get the keys. That's turn number 1. This last 60 seconds. All right.
It's a minute, yeah.
A
It's
minute, yeah.
1 minute.
all right.
And I will go over,
Yep.
give a quick nod to them.
Use your movement. You spend your action to unlock the cells.
Yes, to use item.
Okay.
Very good.
Unlock temperance first.
Yes.
And then Jedediah
Mm.
is the third
Mm-hmm.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will not. They don't have shack. And do you have
Not
shackles?
shackled. They're free to roam.
Cool. All right.
Move about the country.
And talking quickly. Do you know where they put your things?
Yeah, they're in a box next to the door.
All right.
I just point.
Grab the box.
Okay.
Grab the box and run.
Is it a key ring or just a single key that I
It's
have?
keyring.
Okay. I will.
While this is happening, so are there lanterns and shit outside?
They're
Providing
extinguished at this hour.
They are, okay. I was going to use control flame to kind of make them dim, but if they're not lit, then I'm fine. Never mind.
You're fine in this case. Yeah. There's a guy with a torch. You could dim his torch if you wanted to.
Okay. And so still talking.
That'd be too obvious.
I will toss the keys to you. When I get going, I'll meet me in the back of the church. We'll get going tonight.
Church.
Get a horse and get out of here.
Scatter.
Hmm?
We should scatter.
And yeah, I'll just waste no time and hand off the keys. My job here is done. I'll grab my stuff from wherever I stored it, and not in here, but I'll just go.
Okay. All right.
So, just to be clear, we are all going in different directions, yes?
Do we set up a place to meet first?
I said meet at the back of the church.
Meet
Meet at the back of the church. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I've got my stuff.
I'll try to get everybody's horses if I can.
Who's taking the box?
Do you want to just empty its contents? I mean, how much stuff is actually in there?
Clock sticking.
Uh,
shouldn't get the fuck out.
All right.
Weapons, money.
All right. You grab the box. I grab the gun that was sitting on the table. That'll have to do for me.
Grab the box and run.
Oh yeah, I'm still wearing my snake. I have a buddy now.
Did you lay him down inside one of the jail cells?
He's on the floor right now. I didn't want to waste time by like positioning him.
Yeah, true. Okay, then I'm just gonna
The
go.
mission was like get him asleep.
Pirate smile. All right. With 12 seconds to spare, you each split from the prison. Fairchild, you're allowed to walk freely through the area.
Yep, I'll just be gathering horses and,
Uh,
and bringing to the designated place.
Temperance Allendale, you're the first to leave. Give me a stealth roll.
Don't be shit this time.
Oh,
It's
God.
dark, so you have advantage.
Thank you.
It's not great.
It's an 11.
I inspire her with my bitch.
With your self-inspiration.
I'm
better.
inspired to be more stealthy because thank you, Levi.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get honked.
Okay, so
You
17.
a ghost like don't fuck this up.
God says stop being an idiot.
Yeah.
All right. You slip into the night. Jedediah, you also have advantage on your stealth roll.
That's bogus.
Do you have any bonuses whatsoever?
I'm not trained in stealth, but I have a hijack's 11.
I should have needed to announce it first. I had a portent. I couldn't fucking. The portent was shitty, so I didn't think I needed it. It's only a
Curiosity. We set the DC earlier when I asked what Levi's passive perception was, which is 11.
11,
That's
yeah.
the DC.
Mm-hmm.
So you split. Barely. I say like you knock something over or like make a racket on your way out by accident, and somebody's like, is that...
Nah.
There'd be guns going off by now. It's,
Give it
Can't
time.
be Jedediah.
yeah. Alright. You escape from the prison without murdering anybody yet. My notes are very confusing now.
Can't read these.
How
Hooray!
does this-
It's a milestone. We have to do something about killing everyone.
I have 12 seconds left, right? I shoot somebody.
You just shoot in the
Gideon,
air.
bang!
You little asshole.
We escaped!
Doctor!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What is that from?
The Simpsons when the Mad Texan has
Obsessive
obsessive compulsive to
Oh,
it.
right, yes.
I should mention, I assume Gideon was watching me, so
Yes.
I'd make myself visible as to where I was going and give the occasional movement with my neck to indicate where I'm going.
Yep.
You and I would have had plenty of time to pick the
Oh,
right
yeah.
fool's point.
Yeah. As just in case Ben was like, you never said where you were meeting Gideon.
I am not that DM.
Actually,
This is my penny purse.
exactly like this.
So like,
Done.
The horses are there,
Yeah.
and so before we mount them, he will say, "Is this how we want to leave town, or are we going to do it on foot?" This is apt to make more noise.
Yeah, but it'll be faster.
And it will be. I want to get everyone's consent first
Why don't
before
we
we're
lead?
mounted.
Why don't we lead the horses out of your shot and then we ride them after that?
Good idea.
No horses means no horses.
All right, let's quietly lead the horses out of town.